Have you all heard of Slick Fire?
You ready?
You ready?
You ready? Cause I'm ready.
Get up here.
Y'all know my name? Do you know my name? Do you know my name? I'm gonna tell you my name. Yo, I'm gonna fire! Yo, I'm gonna fire!
So, Slick Fire, for the longest time, me and my best friend, Zion Rangel, we said we wanted to make something together, and I feel like that was just the culmination of all of that.
It features two characters, young Slicky and Brother Fire, who are, in the lore, two gods.
And they awaken every 1,000 years to save the rap game. And when they awaken this time, obviously things go wrong, and that's what Slick Fire is. That's what the album's all about. I feel like Slick Fire is definitely a product of the Lonely Island.
Lonely Island-esque parody of LMFAO in that general vicinity. Steam Carnival happened when we held out on a miracle.
I think Zai went up to me and he was like, hey, wouldn't it be awesome if we performed at Steam Carnival? And it would be awesome, I thought, but there's no reason for us to do it. We didn't have any songs finished. We just had some beats from our friend Gael and a couple beats from Zion, but we had nothing over them. So eventually Zai got in contact with our art teacher, Mrs. Daggett.
We had said, hey, Miss Daggett, can we perform? And she was just like, yeah. But we never really talked about it much until like the day of or the day before we asked her again, we're like, hey, can we do it? And we knew there was gonna be karaoke equipment. We knew the teacher that was running it through someone else, and he basically did all the talking and got us able to perform that night.
But the thing was, we had nothing still. Our lyrics weren't there, we didn't know what we were gonna wear. So for 2 or so days, we went to Goodwills and thrift shops and we got the outfits for Steam Carnival. He got the Minion pajamas, and I got the red uniform. And then we spent like a whole night just writing lyrics.
The fact that we did it still kind of baffles me and blows my mind.
I'm pretty sure Chad messaged me over Instagram and he said he just wanted to document the whole process, and I was kind of looking for a way to get into this sort of thing, so I hopped on and met up with Slick Fire over the summer. I documented the whole thing, took videos, pictures, I even hopped on a few tracks. That's how I started.
Say something for the movie. Anything to say for the album of the year. What if we got a Grammy for this? We would never get a Grammy.
I have a headache.
I liked the help that Nathan would bring. Jake Tharp is another story. Jake Tharp would come in. He documented the process, but it was in a really invasive, parasitic way where it was almost feeding off our energy and really detrimental to the album. But in the end, I think Jake was probably the most important pick that we could have had.
Being on Planet Fire was awesome, for a lack of a better term.
When Nathan started helping, it was awesome. It was like, he was like a savior. He was our guardian angel. He took us under his wings and he protected us. And he made everything just so much easier. Jake was okay.
And yeah, it was a great time.
If you don't pick Chad to be your best man, there's no other option. And I was like, really? There's no other option? Judah's sitting right next to her. And she was like, no, who else could be? And I was like, what about Jude? And she was like, well, I didn't think Jude would want to be it. And she was like, no, it's cool, I didn't even want to.
The original reason the album took so long was just a lack of, I think, skill and also a lack of pushing ourselves to do as much as we could with the time that we had.
Me and Zai's schedules didn't match up that often because he works and I work, and I had a girlfriend, he had a girlfriend, so it was just like everything just wouldn't line up for when we could work on it together. And when it did, we would sometimes have a really shitty day and do nothing. But other days we would be really productive. But those days would drain us, so then we wouldn't re-meet up for like 2 weeks.
Spending a long time trying to figure out if we could do it ourselves or figuring out if we could pay people to do it, we finally got our longtime producer friend and honorary third member of Slickfire, Nate G, who runs his own band Sex Mex, to do the mixing and mastering on the album and on the vocals.
Originally, when Slickfire approached me, they were still kind of doing things on their own, and they asked me to be on one track, and that was Save You. So that was the first thing that we did. Or I did, I guess. I went home and I recorded my verse for Save You after they sent me the track. And about like 6 months later is when we actually started recording. They approached me. I think I even approached them because I had just broken up with a girlfriend. It was like, okay, now I have nothing better to do. So let's just get this fucking thing over with and let's get it done.
I'm a force nature, undertaker, exterminator, Darth Vader, Fitter, rap saver, crusader, invader, dictator, creator.
The background.
I'm a winner, chicken dinner, seven-figure Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm a force of nature, undertaker, exterminator, Darth Vader, Fitter, rap saver, crusader, invader, dictator, creator. Ugh. Okay, I'm gonna do the other part on a separate layer. Is that good?
Yeah. When they first came over to record, a lot of the vocals were very bare bones. So we did like a couple of songs and realized they were kind of bad.
Honestly, recording was really scary to me because I have mic fright whenever it comes to rapping or singing. I've always had a nasally voice since I was a little kid, so it really fucked with me. And Nathan called me out on it right away. We were doing like, I think, sex song, and Nathan was like, listen, what the fuck are you doing? You're whispering everything.
Recording at first was hell. It was long, hot days in the Texas sun, in houses with no AC and barely any water. It became a long struggle.
At first, I thought they were a couple of jackasses. They couldn't like do single takes. It was taking forever. Every single fucking song, they'd have to go over and over and over again. They kept fucking up, but eventually they got into it and it was pretty good.
I was starting to have panic attacks and anxiety attacks, starting to really lose sight of everything that was even going on. But I think, honestly, I was blurring the lines between myself and young Slicky at times, but I think that's what made the album so legendary and monumental.
Shit.
Watch me.
Shit.
Come on.
Watch me take a shit. We're interrupting.
Are you laughing at shit? Shit. Watch me take a shit. I don't know who said that, but is that what you're laughing at? You gotta give me, you can't just. All right, no, give me a second, man.
All right, ready?
I'm thinking about poo, or what should we do with poo? Whatever you said. Okay. Okay.
Shit, Swoop is just a mix of shit and poop.
Swoop, watch me. Come on, man. You don't have to say that. Just stop. Just let me do it. All right, I got it.
This is a song that I like to call Swoop.
Hit it. Swoop, swoop. Watch me do my swoop, swoop, swoop. Watch me do my swoop. Watch me do my swoop. Watch me do my. Stop. He was doing good. He was doing good, I thought.
Why does it go swoop?
I thought that was awesome.
Sounds funny.
Watch me do my swoop. Watch me do my swoop. Watch me. Swoop. Swoop! Watch me do my swoop! 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 Watch me do my swoop! Watch me do my swoop! Watch me do my swoop! 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 Watch me do my swoop!
Okay.
Here.
Hit it, bestie.
I heard him.
Cool.
Hey!
One more to go on.
Swoop! Swoop! That's the.
I really like the swoop, swoop.
Alright, you're going, Chad. But so eventually we got into the hang of it, and got a little bit better at recording vocals, and found out kind of what I liked throughout the album. And obviously there's a difference. I guess some people wouldn't know. There's a difference between the vocals recorded here and the vocals recorded at my house. The vocals recorded at my house were a little bit more polished, but honestly I think my favorites were the ones that were recorded in Zion's room. Like Foamy Foamy was recorded in Zion's room, Texas was recorded in Zion's room. So I don't know, there was just a better energy in that room that made the vocals a lot better, even if the takes themselves were technically inferior in sound quality.
Yeah, give your girl a white face mask. Yeah, I got a really big ball sack. Global warming since we've been back, bitch. Bitch. Why you always want to come on my dick? Why you always want to squeeze on my tip? Why you always want to lick on this dick? Then ooh, then the cum comes out. Yeah, ooh, then the cum comes out. Cut it there.
Go back to which part?
The toys.
I think Chad knows some of the Marvel guys. So we're trying to see who would best fit Slicky toy purposes. We want the models to be accurate, but we want to have like little figures to put in little sets, but we also want to do bigger figures that can do bigger things, like little stuff, like maybe like a toy that when you squeeze the side, they start doing the swoop with their legs, stuff like that. Oh, look, Brother Fire toys. And he goes, I am Brother Fire. I am Brother Fire. And it's like, every Happy Meal comes with a Slick World on Fire toy, only at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. And it's like us. We're like, ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Making our Slick Fire voices.
I don't like the ba-ba-ba-ba part. I really don't like that.
I like that part.
Yeah, like in the nah.
No, I get it.
With Me was the hardest song to make because there was a lot of yelling, a lot of shit going on. I think there's like 4 people on that song. No, 5, because I think I'm at the very end. It was just a pain in the ass to mix and a pain in the ass to like make that, bitch, what are you fucking with me? Like that part sound, halfway decent.
Open the pit. 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 Bitch, why you fucking with me? 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 Bitch, why you fucking with me?
How do you start?
Bitch, why you fucking with me?
I'm sorry for my dirty mind. Fuck. Saying I got an STD. Well, actually, it's HIV, stupid Emily. Anyways, I'll let it be. I got a date. Her name's Mary. We stay up late. Told me she's a virgin. Isn't this great? Dick mid-ate her virgin. Now she won't fuck. Why'd I stumble over my own
She
words?
won't fuck?
She won't fuck.
No, dang, that's a shame.
She won't stay away. Hey! I think that was better.
That was bad.
Are you just gonna keep recording?
I just need that for the Slick Fire documentary.
Oh, shit.
My bad.
The hardest song to make was Foamy Foamy because it was just really trying to tap into an area of pop and Latin rap.
I think it was Miss Me. I know young Slicky was having a real tough time with the vocals for Miss Me. I especially remember that one.
Girl, I know that you miss me.
You gotta sing louder than that.
What?
You gotta sing louder than that.
I'm young Slicky. He. I'm young Slicky. Fuck. Stop recording me. I know that you miss me. Don't you know I'm young Slicky? I'm young Slicky. He. Fuck. God damn it. That one was really bad.
I'm young Slicky.
I'm young Slick. Okay, there. It's not great. The auto-tune, I hope it I hope the autotune saves that.
I kind of like that part actually.
Nathan, can you harmonize with my vocals so it doesn't sound as shitty?
Don't you know I'm young Slicky? I'm young Slicky.
What happened?
That's so fucking stupid.
I need to go, bitch, I'm young Slicky.
Okay, I'll do that.
Nah, not like that. Just how you did, like, you know, really fashion.
I'm young Slicky. Yeah. She miss me.
What happened?
What the fuck are you doing?
I know that you miss me. Don't you know I'm young Slicky? I know that you miss me. Don't you know I'm young Slicky? I'm young Slicky.
It didn't make me cry. Spoiler alert, it didn't make me cry. I was really trying to give the benefit of the doubt.
I'm young Slick. No.
Like a baby, bro.
I'm young Slick. Fuck, it's hard. I'm young Slick. I can't. I'm young Slick. It's good. It's good. Let me re-record it because it's bad.
I was probably the most stressed on the days where it was canceled, where I woke up thinking we were gonna go record shit, and then for one reason or another we couldn't. Whether it was I got busy, or Zai was busy, or Nathan, or even Jake, and just nothing would work. Those days really frustrated me because I considered it wasted time, and there was all this outside pressure to get it done from the friend group. Alright, it is July 8th. I'm not taking the camera today because we haven't worked on this album in like 21 days. Actually, it's been, in a couple days, it'll be a month. We're going to work today, hopefully finish the single, which we want to be Fight Night. And that's mainly it, and I'll get back to you in a bit. Quick update, nothing was filmed. Everything went wrong, basically. Not even everything, it's just nothing was filmed or recorded today, and I'm just stressed.
The days that I was most stressed were the days when our producer Nate G was just begging for another take, and really that pushed the album to its greatest potential. It pushed it to the limits of what it could possibly be. But also, Nathan Gray is a well-known perfectionist.
Zach, can you get a little bit louder than that?
Why?
Because I want it to sound better.
Ooh, I'm the flyest motherfucker in the room.
Yeah, like that.
Ooh. Oh shit. Ooh.
And the amount of takes that he had us do were borderline abusive. He's really the Stanley Kubrick of music.
Montage part of the documentary. Have you heard Texan, Jake?
No. So
Play the beat.
Hey, what's up, Doc?
What's up, Doc?
I love this.
Listen, stranger. This town ain't big enough for the two of us.
It ain't? Pardon me, Mac.
Riding on my horse, Slicky on the tractor, town in danger, but I gotta go faster. Clint Eastwood, but I'm from the hood. Pack my guns like I know I should. Yippee-ki-yay like I'm John McClane, low cowboy, John Wayne. Got true grit while I'm dodging bullshit like a matador. Heading into war, I'm good, yo, baddies for me. On my loony shit, Bugs Bunny. Pull up my outside your crib yelling, what up, Doc? One hand on the Glock and the other gonna knock. Stand off like we're Mexican, but my dick's big, so you know I'm Texan. Now you're dead, no happy ending. My dick's big, so you know I'm Texan.
Pick it up just like this. In the whip riding with a bitch like this. Then you're gonna ride on the dick like this. Damn, I never really done shit like this. And you never really smoke shit like this. Once you come down, gotta take a big hit. Damn, you never really heard shit like this. Only Slick 5 making shit like this. Only Slick 5 making hits like this. Only young Slicky taking shits like this. Might settle down with a pioneer bitch. My life feels like a cornrows flick. Ooh, ooh, I'm so Texan. Why you always mad at me? Cause you know that I'm flexing. Oops, Texas. Oops, Texas. Ass, Texas. Grass, Texas. Young Slicky, Texas. For the fire, Texas. Slick fire, Texas. Slick fire, Texas.
I think I peaked many times.
These are the real lyrics. La 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 la. Pussy, pussy, that sweet love, love. Give it to me, give it to me. I want it, so give it to me, give it to me. That sweet pussy, pussy, that sweet.
Should we all sing it?
I don't think so.
Or just you two for now?
Step back the fuck up.
I'm gonna follow your lead, man. Why you so rude, ho? I just wanna party all night, all night. Why you so rude, ho? I just wanna party all night, all
You're not singing
night.
the same notes.
Do you got it? All night. You do it. Put down the fucking phone. Do it. That's the Greek god of sex. I'm erect.
The curves on your body look like kids of Marvel walking into an Enchanté. You said you don't got anywhere else to go, but I know you got a place to stay. Sitting on the couch. Oh, god damn it.
Okay, I wrote down this is the song of sex. I'm talking about balls and breasts. Slickfire's gonna need some rest because they're sleeping with the best, and then we go, bestie? Okay.
I remember the night the album finished, I had hung out, I think, with Zai, Nathan, Jake, and Zach earlier in the day, and we listened to it for the first time. Then I went home, and I got on a Discord call because obviously, pandemic, it wasn't like we could throw a huge party. And I started talking to everyone, and I listened to the songs with them on Discord, and everyone was hyping it up. And it was just this huge adrenaline rush of just, okay, these are the people that were most passionate about us getting it out there. And now that it's out there, it seems worth it. Just hearing them like give honest feedback and be positive about it or negative if they need it to be.
The album being done was a breath of fresh air. It just felt super like a weight had been lifted off my chest, and being able to see everyone, friends and family enjoy it and like it and give us commentary on what they thought or what their favorite tracks was, it really made the whole process worth it. And it really made me feel as if it was never a waste of time. It was probably one of the best things that I've ever done.
My favorite memories were getting in the car and like going from house to house, or being in the Pizza Patron parking lot. And it was just a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun working on it.
When the album was done, I was really excited to listen to it in whole, because before I just had to kind of leak tracks off Google Documents and stuff, but now I can finally listen to it on Spotify in the car and with friends, and it was a great time.
So that summer as a whole was probably my favorite ever. I got to hang out with my best friends basically every day, and we got to make silly stuff. And I wasn't worried about, oh, it needs to get this number of views. Oh, I need to make my money back for the Samad feature. I really didn't care. I just wanted to make something with friends and kind of get that out of my system. So it was a lot of fun, and I feel like I learned a lot about just creating stuff in general and how much effort it can take, and to make the album coherent as we're going along, trying to string together a story and getting the random updates, because it was working with a lot of people. Obviously, in this documentary, you see 4 people getting interviewed, but we couldn't have done it without Gael, we couldn't have done it without Mandy, without Quinn, without all these people helping, without Miss Christian, without Zai's mom, Shelly. Just everyone kind of came together for this thing, and the night that it came out was incredible.
When the album was done, I put my headphones on and went outside and just stared off into space and listened to the whole thing straight through, because it was like, oh my god, it's finally done, and now I can actually just sit back and enjoy this thing that we all kind of made together, and not have to be like, oh, I need to fix this, this is what I need to fix, and I need to criticize everything, It was just very nice to be able to sit back and listen to something we made for 45 minutes and just be fine with it.
I would look back on that summer as the best summer of my life because of all the things that were happening. We were working on the album, I was falling in love, I was working a good job, and I was doing a lot of fun trips. I went to Pennsylvania, I went to Port Aransas, but in a weird way it was also the worst summer of my entire life because I was completely unhinged, I was off the rails, I was doing things that I can't say on camera every weekend, and honestly it was just pushed me to the limits of the human experience. I really look back on that summer and I can't even comprehend how I was getting through it, but here we are now and we're just living and we just continue to push on. Slick Fire to me means friendship, it means family, it means war, and it honestly just, it's music. Slick Fire is the embodiment of what music should be and what music can be.
Slick Fire is like an exercise in idiocy. It's like if you got the worst trends of the late 2000s and put them into 2 of the most moronic musical artists of all time.
Slick Fire changed and revolutionized rap music in a way that no one else has.
Slick Fire, Young Slicky and Brother Fire are so out of touch with rap and hip hop, both as a culture and as a sound.
We understand the culture and we're for the culture in a way that no one else is.
I think that it's just something that everyone needs to hear.
To me, Slick Fire is a perfect example of what she can do with not very much stuff. Like, if you really want to get something done, it doesn't matter how fucking goofy or how fucking stupid it is. If you want to get something done and you think about it hard enough and you work hard enough at it, you'll find a way to do it. And I think if it's good, if you're having fun doing it and you genuinely enjoy it, then I think other people will too. And I think people do listen or enjoy Slick Fire.
Awaken, Slick.